Hello and welcome. My name is Ben Palmer and this is Zone Coverage. Hello and welcome to Zone Coverage. My name is Ben Palmer and today we're going to be talking about the Warriors sweep. Does Toronto have a chance, and Magic Johnson and the Lakers, because I haven't really talked about that lately. We'll start off with the Warriors sweep. I expected that to happen. Everyone was like, do Portland stand a chance? Everyone thought it was going to go 6. I thought it was going to go 5. I thought Portland would have stolen at least one game. But I definitely didn't expect it to be a sweep. I thought Portland definitely would have stole a game. But I also didn't expect it to be 6 at all. No way. It looked like Portland could have taken maybe they should have taken 2 games. There's no way that they shouldn't have taken 2 games. They were up so much throughout the series. It was ridiculous. In the last game, Steph and Draymond got a triple-double. Steph played 47 minutes. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. I don't think he needed to be honest. Damian Lillard had a good final game. Did not play well in the series whatsoever. CJ had I just don't know how Portland didn't win this game. When you look at everyone's numbers, they look really good. It's just when you look at the Warriors' numbers, they also look really good. Steph had 37, 13 and 11. He had 13 rebounds. Clay had 17 points. He didn't have a good game. Draymond had an 18-point triple-double. He was good. He just knows how to control the offense. That's what you notice about Draymond Green. It's not how much he scores, because obviously he doesn't score that much. He averages 7 points a game. Obviously, he doesn't score very much. It's just the way he controls the pace of the game and how good he is on defense. He's such a valuable asset to that team. He's so much better when Kevin Durant's not on the team. So much better. Alfonso McKinney had 12. He had a decent game. He did well off the bench. Jordan Bell had 7. Kevin Looney actually played really well. He's one of those guys that he'll get a good contract. He'll definitely get a good contract in the offseason. He'll definitely get a good contract. He's really stepped it up. He played well. He had 12 and 14. He had a lot. I'm pretty sure he had a few offensive rebounds as well. Yeah, he had 6 offensive rebounds. Yeah, he played well for them, especially on the offensive glass. Sean Livingston had 8. Quinn Cook had 4. Andrew Bogut had 4 and 3 in 9 minutes. He played all right. Again, Portland, they should have won. I know those stats look good because the whole point of how the Warriors won that game was the Warriors bench players stepped up. That's the only reason they won, is because the Warriors bench players stepped up, unlike when, again, Kevin Durant's playing. I don't think, obviously they won't be better without Kevin Durant, I'm not saying that, but I do think that they're definitely more fun to watch. Because, when their play falls apart, it usually, without Durant, if their play falls apart, it usually goes to Steph chucking up a step back 3 and making it, which is fun to watch. Where if their play falls apart, they usually just give it to Durant in the post and he hits a post fadeaway, which is, it's just like, obviously he's better than every single person on that team. He's better than Curry, but that's why I think he should leave, because he needs to have his own team. It's still Curry's team. Curry was there since the start of his career. It's still Curry's team. It's not Kevin Durant's, it's his team. He needs to go to somewhere like the Knicks where he can actually lead that team. It was the Thunder's team. He did have the Thunder's team. He was the main center point of that team, but still, he obviously doesn't like playing with Russell Westbrook. Well, who does? But yeah, he obviously doesn't like playing with Russell Westbrook. So he left there, and he wanted to win a championship, and that's what he did. So I reckon he should leave. Again, Portland played super well. 26 for CJ, 28 for Dame, 12 assists, and Myers Leonard. He played so well. It was ridiculous. In the first half, he was heat checking every shot. He had 30 points and 12 rebounds, 12 for 16, 5 for 8 from 3. He didn't play well in the second half. He only scored 5 points, but still. First half, he was cooking. Maurice Harkless had 5. Alpha Kamina didn't play well. He had 0 points. Rodney Hood had 7. He did hit a big 3, though, late in the game. Seth Curry didn't score a single bucket. He had 1 point. Zach Collins had 10 rebounds. And, yeah, that was Portland's season over. I think Portland should just keep their team. You know, it's when a team gets eliminated from the playoffs, everyone asks the question, you know, what are they going to do? What's going to happen to the team to get them to that next level when they can win a championship? For Portland, I think you just keep the team. You know, I still, like, if the Warriors team might fall apart this season and they would have a chance at making the NBA Finals if, well, they didn't face that Warriors team and maybe face Houston or another team like that. But I think they should keep the team the same way as is. No, don't trade CJ. Don't trade Dame. You know, just keep the team that you have now. You know, they'll come through. The Toronto versus Milwaukee series, up and down series. Milwaukee, I thought it was over when they won the first 2 games. I didn't think it was likely that Toronto really stood much of a chance after that. Yeah, Toronto's definitely got a chance. I'm going to say it's going to go to 7. Be a really exciting game if it did go to 7. I'm going to go Milwaukee in 7. Because it's at home they play. They're a really good home team. I think every team's going to win at home. I think Milwaukee's going to win next game. Toronto's going to win 6 and Milwaukee's going to win 7. Wow. Yeah. It was a bad game. Bad game for all parties. Definitely a horrible game. It was 102 to 120. Toronto, I didn't think Toronto played that well. I thought Kyle Lowry played well. Kawhi hadn't is that Kawhi's lowest scoring game of the playoffs? 19. He had 19 points. Did he actually have 19 points? Yeah, he only had 19 points. Wow, I thought he had like 30. Yeah, Kawhi had 19. Larry played well with 25. Gasol played really well. Norman Powell, I thought, was the whole reason why they won. Norman Powell was big. He hit a lot of big shots. It was a pretty boring game, to be honest, though. It was Chris Middleton had 30. Giannis had 25. We'll go back to the game that actually mattered with the double OT game. Giannis had 12, 23, 7 assists. He did not have a good game. That was an awful game for him. Middleton only had 9 points. He's so up and down. Kawhi had 36. Pascal had 25. That was in the 2 overtime game when I thought Toronto didn't even have to go into the 2 overtimes. Pascal Siakam missed 2 big free throws. Next game is Milwaukee versus Toronto. I do think Milwaukee's going to win that. Obviously, I just said that. They're the home team. I really think all their players, every single one of the players in the Milwaukee Bucks just step up at home. Play awful on the road, step up at home. I don't know why. It's just been the story. They're a home team. They're a great home team as well. We'll go on to Magic Johnson. I'm not talking about Orlando. Yeah, we'll talk about Magic Johnson and the Lakers. He did an awful job as a GM. He did not do a good job as a GM. In theory, I can respect the fact that obviously they asked him. He said, I don't think he should. It was the worst timing possible to go on First Take. It was probably the worst timing possible. They just announced their coach on the same day. Obviously, he didn't know that, but still. Worst time possible to go on First Take. Anyway, I watched that. It was entertaining as hell, but it was everything he said. I didn't like it. Obviously, I'm I agree with him at the fact that he didn't want to completely overtake the role. He still wanted to have his normal life. He didn't want to do all the GM stuff. Basically, he started naming this thing about going to the movies on Sunday. It was he was talking strangely, and then he started naming all the people that he got rid of and trying to explain why he did it. He said D'Angelo Russell because of the Swaggy P incident. Well, that's ridiculous because who's better, D'Angelo Russell or Nick Young? Obviously, it's going to be D'Angelo Russell. Nick Young isn't even on the team anymore for starters. That was so stupid. That was a stupid trade. For Lonzo Ball, I guess they did get Kyle Kuzma, but still, I think they should have kept D'Angelo Russell. Think about D'Angelo Russell without Lonzo or Kyle Kuzma. Without Lonzo or Kyle Kuzma, I still think it's a good trade. It's ridiculous. I didn't like it at all. Brook Lopez, he did admit to that one. He definitely said that he should not have traded Brook Lopez. That was the stupidest thing ever. Because he's a perfect center for LeBron. He can shoot threes. That's just what LeBron needs. He needs someone to stand in the corner or just stand at the top of the key and shoot threes. That's all he needs. And unfortunately, he went to LeBron 2.0 in Milwaukee. Yeah, again, back to the D'Angelo Russell trade. So stupid. I look back on that now and I'm like, why would you do that? Why? Like, why would you do that? It was so stupid. Anyway, that was a whole mess. I didn't like the way he handled it. I'll just talk about the way he, held that press conference basically again, and just said he was stepping down, which was he could have handled it so much better. He didn't handle it. LeBron was right. He said that he could have handled it completely better, and I don't think why would you go on First Take? Like, why would you do that? Try to justify what you already did. No one. I didn't think I lost so much respect for him when he went on First Take. Like, before that, I was like, oh, so what? I didn't really care. But when he went on First Take and just tried to cover things up, it just made it 10 times worse. Anyway, that's going to be it for this podcast. I'll do one tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys next time.